Okay, gonna try this again to go live on Facebook and TikTok. Okay, hope you guys are doing great. Hey, if you're in, welcome. So I'm going live on Facebook and TikTok at the same time. Hope everybody's doing great. Today we're gonna talk about the physical and emotional causes of fibroids and PCOS. Really important topic. Okay, really important topic. Ooh, let me go. Ooh, hold on. How do I do this? Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me on Facebook. This is my first time second time doing this. Last time it didn't work so well. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me on Facebook. If not, I'm gonna cut off Facebook. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, you can hear me on Facebook. Okay. If you can, okay. So let me just put the I'm gonna put the TikTok link over here just in case you guys want to come over to TikTok. If not, it's cool. Okay, hey everyone. Hope you guys are doing great. Okay, I'm live on TikTok and Facebook, so y'all excuse me if I'm looking up and down. Okay, so if you have fibroids, thank you so much, Stacey. If you have fibroids, if you have PCOS, if you have honestly any reproductive health issue, you're gonna want to stay tuned for this. This is gonna be a really important live. Again, I'm looking up and down because I'm on Facebook and TikTok, y'all. So that's why you're gonna see me switching, okay? But I'm gonna be answering questions, of course, today and really giving you guys why do these issues, these reproductive health issues, why do they come about in the body? If you're in, give me some likes, okay? Whether you're on Facebook or TikTok, y'all, give me some likes, okay? Type on the screen on TikTok. If you guys want to share this to somebody that has fibroids or PCOS, because we have such a huge community of women who have these issues. Listen, women right now are suffering when it comes to the womb, when it comes to just as a collective, when it comes to reproductive health issues, fertility issues, heavy bleeding, you name it. Okay, so thank you so much for the likes on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. So we're going to talk about the physical and the underlying causes. In case you guys are new, my name is Sasha. I'm a holistic womb specialist, and what I do is I help women who have fibroids, who have other reproductive health issues, get to the root cause of the problem. Okay, it's really important that we address these issues from the root. Extremely important. We do not want to just take away the fibroids or take away the endometriosis without getting to the root cause of the problem. It's so important that we get to the root cause of the problem. This is what I help women do. And I help women avoid surgery, avoid birth control, things that do not serve them, and actually heal their body from the root, rebalance their hormones, right? Get their bodies healthy. That is so important. Okay, that is so important. If you guys are here, TikTok, I'm gonna need some more likes. Please type on the screen like the video. Okay, make sure you guys are also following me. Following me on TikTok, and make sure that you're also registered for our masterclass tomorrow, our free masterclass tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so the angle that I am in on Facebook is weird, but whatever. Okay, make sure you guys are registered for the masterclass. Very important. And make sure that we have a masterclass tomorrow about improving your menstrual experience. So if you have fibroids, if you have heavy menstrual cycles, if you have PCOS, if you have any of these reproductive health issues or any menstrual issues, any hormonal issues, you need to be at that masterclass tomorrow. It's completely free, okay? If you're on TikTok, it is the link in my bio if you go on my page. And if you're on Facebook, the link should be in the caption, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I will put it in there later, okay? So make sure you're registered. It's going to be an amazing masterclass. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And people that register are going to be the ones that get the link, okay? So, yeah, we need to get to 1,000 likes, y'all. We need to get to 1,000 likes on TikTok. All right. So let's talk about the physical, emotional causes of fibroids, okay? Fibroids. We're going to start off with fibroids, and then I'm going to do PCOS because most women that follow me have fibroids. And put a 1 in the chat, by the way, whether you're on TikTok or Facebook. If you have fibroids, put a 1 in the chat. If you have PCOS, put a 2 in the chat, okay? Because I want to know who I'm talking to. Thank you so much, Queen, for sharing the video. I really appreciate it. If you're on Facebook, feel free to share the video as well, if you guys don't mind, okay? So, yes, put a 1 in the chat if you guys have fibroids. You have both. Okay. You know what, Zena? Most women actually have both. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of women have both. It's just that a lot of women that have fibroids don't know that they also have PCOS. It's because, especially Black women, because it's been estimated that about 50% is, you know, it's been suspected that about 50% of Black women have PCOS. Most don't know because it takes a while for someone to be diagnosed with PCOS. And when women have fibroids, they're focused on just the fibroid. They're not focused on PCOS. They're not focused on their hormone levels, which is actually to their own detriment. That's why it's so important to understand your body, to know your body. That's what I do, because a lot of women do not understand their hormones, how their hormones work, the ebb and flows of their hormones. And that's why they find themselves in these issues when they're developing these reproductive health issues, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys, and let me know in the chat, if you guys, only one person has answered, if you guys have fibroids, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys have PCOS, put a 2 in the chat. And this helps me as well know what topic to focus more on, okay? So, but anyway, what are some emotional reasons for fibroids? This is a really important topic because when we talk about fibroids, a lot of women think that it's just genetic. It's just genetic, and they're not looking at, they're not looking at the emotional trauma that has to occur before fibroids develop. They're not looking at what occurs in the body before fibroids develop. So they're just looking at it as, thank you so much, Jazz. And okay, so it looks like most women in here has fibroids. If you're on, you have both. Okay, thank you, Jocelyn from Facebook. You got both. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So ladies, if you're on Facebook as well, let me know. Do you guys have both? Do you guys have one or the other? So it's really important to understand and know your body. Now, when it comes to fibroids, emotional impact, the emotional causes of fibroids, you have to understand the physical blockages that we're holding, that we actually have in the womb. They also represent emotional blockages. Okay, so a lot of women that have fibroids, it's an inability to let go. I think birth control shot escalated absolutely. Birth control will. The emotional reasons of fibroids, like, the inability to let go, right? You're holding on to something, you're out of fear and lack. And that could be you're holding on to toxic habits, food and, or people, right? Or drinking, like you're holding on to toxic people in your life, or maybe you're holding on to a toxic job that you've outgrown, no longer serves you, but you're holding on to that out of fear, right? So it's different. So it's inability to let go. You're holding on to something. Unforgiveness, it's like you have this built up trauma, negative experiences, negative emotions built up in the womb. You have to understand, as women, when it comes to women are incubators, and when we hold in anger, when we hold in hurt, when we hold in these negative experiences and don't release them, right? When we hold this energy in, even though we're suppressing it, it's still going to manifest as an imbalance in the body, right? And imbalances in the body for a lot of women, lead to fibroids, could lead to PCOS, depending on, what that manifests as. But it does lead into sickness into the body, right? So a lot of the trauma that we're holding on to, that we're dealing with, it's manifesting into physical tumors, right? Or hormonal imbalances or heavy bleeding, right? So when you have fibroids, there's a lot of this, we're holding on to something. A lot of women that have fibroids also too tend to be kind of stuck in this victimhood consciousness. And as somebody that personally deal with fibroids, right? This was me too. So I'm not saying this to come down on anybody. I'm saying this so you can understand what's really going on with your body, right? It's like you feel like you have no control over your situation, your life. It's, a lot of women that have fibroids do not even, like, they're not living. They're not living their life. They're just existing, right? They're just going day by day, trying to pay bills. They're not really actually living a full, beautiful life, if that makes sense. Okay. And that used to be me. So I totally understand, right? Had mine removed May 2023, had several. I'm happy that you're here, totally, Tia, because listen, when we remove those fibroids, they're still there. We can remove them, but what caused the fibroids to occur are still there. So it's really important that's why I don't encourage surgery, because we're still dealing with the hormonal imbalances, the toxicity in the body, the liver, that's the stagnation that's going on in the body when we have fibroids, right? If we're just getting it removed, and we're not removing the actual cause of it. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So I'm all about getting to the root cause of the problem, because what happens is that we just develop fibroids again and again and again after having these surgeries. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Okay, it really, and let me know too, is this resonating, like the emotional impact? You don't have to tell your business, but just say, let me know if it's resonating when it comes to the emotional causes of fibroids. Facebook, let me know if it's resonating, right? You know, a lot of women that have fibroids are in these toxic relationships. They're in these toxic job situations. Again, inability to let go, fear of letting go. They tend to be in codependent relationships a lot of times. Or maybe there's, for the women that are single, they feel incomplete without having a relationship or having a marriage. They feel completely incomplete. They don't, you know, they're codependent, right? They're yearning so much for something. So we're not saying that it's, you know, somebody that desires having a partner or a marriage or be married. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that almost this desperation and this, like, I feel inadequate, or I don't feel like a whole person. I need somebody there, right? Codependency, right? They tend to be, again, inability to let go. And then if they do, some women, not all, I'm not saying everybody's relationship is like this, but if they are in a relationship or marriage, this is for some women that have fibroids, not all, it can be very toxic, right? And they're extremely afraid to let go. Yes, toxic relationships. Yes, trauma, not feeling good enough. Yes, this is something that occurs with a lot of women that have fibroids, right? Because you have to understand your body is when it comes to your health, right? Is very closely linked to, you know, how you feel about yourself. I know that that's gonna blow some people's minds, but how you feel about yourself, how you deal with situations, your mindset, right? This is closely linked, and the studies have showed this, you know, is closely linked with the health of your body as well. So if we feel inadequate, if we are engaging in toxicity, hair relaxers, absolutely, all of that stuff. And a lot of women, let me know that certain foods are harmful to their bodies, but again, inability to let go. They're scared to make changes. They're scared of change due to fear and lack. Okay, so that's another thing as well. I think the emotional stuff is easiest for women to bury deep. Absolutely. Hey, just clean it. I think you were here the other day as well. Had to remove mine. Was on my cycle for almost 3 months. Heavy bleeding. Totally, Tia. I'm happy you said that. I had a client that was bleeding for 2.5 years, and literally within 3 to 4 weeks of, this is no cap, 3 to 4 weeks of working with me, we was able to stop the bleeding and also reset her cycle. So even that, I've had clients coming to me. Thank you so much for the roses, Kiki. Thank you. I've had clients come to me and literally bleeding out to the point where having to be rushed to emergency room. Like as they were joining my program, they're being rushed to the emergency room. I'm like, what's going on? And then a week later or whatever, we're able to stop the bleeding. So it's no excuse. Nobody has to get cut open, right? Unless you're like literally about to die, which is not 99% of women's situation. So I hear that a lot because these doctors want to get you to have surgery. So they're going to tell you anything. Listen, you got to have surgery. You know, they want you to have surgery. You have to understand, like, it's we can't settle for that. I know it's scary. I know it's very scary. I know, like, y'all like the video on, I know Facebook is quiet, y'all. I'm about to click off of Facebook, y'all. Come on, TikTok. Because Facebook is so quiet. But emotional reason, you have to understand, listen, when we have fibroids, we got a lot of healing work to do. And that's why when I'm working with women, we're not just doing the physical healing, we're also doing the emotional healing. We're also you know, reaching deep in there, because that has to also occur. We bridge the physical with the emotional because everything is connected. So we're also dealing with, we're also bringing up things that they suppressed. We're also bringing that up so that they can release that, right? They're able to release that and not bury that deep. And then they see that once that happens, I have a client now who's been going through a whole emotional healing process, a physical healing process, and she was like, my last period was just so much better. I cannot wait to check my fibroids because I know they've shrunk. Like, she's just, all of her systems have literally like decreased drastically. And I'm so proud of her because it was a process, right? So what's the largest fibroid someone was able to reduce? I'm sure, what type of time? Not all people are the same. Not that all people are the same. Not all people are the same. And okay, the one question I never answer is the time limit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Now, I've had clients get rid of a 6 centimeter fibroid in 3 months, you know, significantly shrink their fibroid within 2 months. I don't answer the question about the time, because when people ask me how much time it's going to take, I'm going to be honest with you. This is what I've seen. Typically, they're not dedicated to the work. They're like, they're waiting on, okay, how much time is it going to take? Because I need results by next week. And, you know, I don't want to continue making these changes, right? I need a time limit on this. Now, women that are coming in the program, they're like, listen, I'm putting my head down and I'm going to focus on the work and mastering the work. Those are the ones that get results. Now, the largest that I've worked with that have reduced is like 20, I think it was 20 centimeters. Now, there's some that's been bigger, but they probably didn't. I've looked at them and said, listen, due to the size of their, their abdomen, I'm like, okay, it's probably bigger, but they didn't know. Like sometimes I can't get all the way the accurate sizing of the fibroid when it's really big. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I just mean it's meant a ballpark. I can't tell you a ballpark. I'm sorry. I never did. That's one thing, my rule, because I don't want you working. Like I could say I've had clients get rid of this and within this month, but I can't. I don't know I don't know your work ethic, right? Because you could come work with me and just getting rid of your fibroid, trying to get rid of your or PCOS, and maybe you're a little bit slower. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because some people, it takes them a while to kind of, and some people come in like, listen, I don't care what I gotta do, ain't like they're ready. And some people, it's like a process. I gotta kind of like, I have a client like that right now, but she's doing amazing right now. So I never tell time. I'm sorry. You're not gonna see me. I'm not that desperate for clients. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna get rid of your fibroids in 1 month, in 2 months. Never. I'm saying it's gonna take my full program is 6 months. Okay. Now, if you do the work, it's transformative. You're gonna see a huge difference. I can say, how do we work with you? The only way to work with me is my Detoxify Your Womb program. Now, I do have a couple spots to work with me for 4 weeks in the program. Okay, at $9.97. I do have a couple spots for that, but if you can email me if you're interested in bio. If you're on Facebook, click the link in my it's a weird angle from Facebook. I'm sorry, Facebook. Click the link in my caption. It should be in my caption. If not, click the link in my bio on Facebook as well. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. I was happy with your answer. Okay, sorry, I didn't relay that right. My English is third language. Oh, no problem. Where are you from? Just cleaning. Where are you from? Let me know where you're from. How long does it take to shrink a 5 centimeter fibroid? Nikki, I just said I don't give time. Okay. I had a client get rid of a 6 centimeter in 3 months, but I don't know your situation. Okay. I don't give the time limit. Okay. Have you dealt with someone who had a huge fibroid and pregnant? Ooh, that's a great question. I've never. Okay. Now I've had women take my courses who are pregnant and had fibroids and have seen a difference. But I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to work with someone that is pregnant with a large fibroid, I would rather work with them directly. Okay. Now, can you stop the growth? Yeah, of fibroids when you're pregnant, yes, but I wouldn't really encourage trying to shrink the fibroid while pregnant. We can do that after pregnancy, postpartum. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. You're welcome. I'm from Armenia. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. And ladies that are on, make sure that you're coming to, I hope that you're coming to the my free masterclass tomorrow. What food should we be eating? I got you in 1 second, Jocelyn. I hope that you're coming to the free masterclass tomorrow. Be sure to come to the free masterclass. It's prove your menstrual experience, whether you have fibroids, endometriosis. And you guys tap on the screen. Let's like the video. Let's get the likes up on TikTok. Okay. Give me some likes too on Facebook. Okay. Share this broadcast if you can. Can you guys see the title of the broadcast on Facebook? Let me know. Okay. Let's see. I got the grocery list earlier. Great. I'm concerned about my protein intake. Don't be concerned about it. When you don't have, listen, we've been brainwashed to think that we need animal protein, and we don't. I haven't had animal protein in over probably 12, 15 years, and I'm healthy as can be. Okay. There's tons of protein in plant foods. Tons. Okay. Tons. The ones that are concerned about their protein, eat leafy greens every single day. Okay. Boom. There you go. Time. Okay. The time is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the free masterclass. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will not be a replay if you don't upgrade. Okay. So we have some people that have upgraded. If you don't upgrade, there will not be a replay. So I need you there in person. It's going to be a virtual link. So you'll get that tomorrow. So click the link in my bio to register. Okay. What food should we avoid? I have a whole training on that. But number one, soy, gluten, dairy, any meats. Okay. Seafood. I don't want to get too much into food because this is not what this broadcast is about, because we'll talk a little bit about food. Well, I'll talk about food. Now let's talk about the physical reasons of fibroids before I get to the physical reasons of fibroids. Okay. When you eat a diet that's high in soy, in dairy, sugar, caffeine, which most people do. okay, gluten, red meat, any type of meat, honestly, you have more of a chance of developing fibroids and extremely big fibroids. Okay, I don't know if Jocelyn's still in here, but you have a huge chance of developing fibroids. And if you have these issues, you should not be eating this stuff because it's backing up your digestive system even more. And when you have fibroids, you already have a backed up digestive system. You already have a backed up digestive system when you have fibroids. Okay, so you should not be eating if you're on the journey to here. Okay, great, Jocelyn. Hey, Marsh. Hey, Marsh. Let me know. Can you see the title of this broadcast on Facebook? Because I'm on TikTok and Facebook. What is one important thing you would say needs to change in diet? Listen, everything. When I think about what y'all be eating and seeing these pictures online, everything. You want it, like, I do have an $11 grocery shopping list on the site. So if you really need help with food, get that grocery shopping list so you can know what I'm sticking to. Okay. And also alternatives for your favorite foods. Okay. Get the grocery shopping list. When I was vegan, I ate too much fake meats. Yeah, we don't want to do fake meats. That's soy. We don't want to do fake meats. We don't want to do filler food. We don't want to do that. And it was bad for me, but I'm ready to go without. Yeah, fake meats. We don't do fake meats over here. Yes. Okay, great. Thank you, Marsh. We don't do fake meats. I do not encourage the fake vegan food. That's why I don't say vegan. I say a healing diet. I made that up. This is a healing diet. We don't do vegan because vegan, a lot of people have bastardized vegan into making it like, fake meat, fake this and tofu. We don't do that crap. We don't do that crap, okay? Hey, Facebook, make sure you guys like the video. Share the video, Facebook. Y'all are quiet, okay? Feel free to ask me questions. We're talking about the physical and emotional reasons of fibroids and PCOS. If you are watching this and you have a menstrual cycle that is heavy, that is more than 3 to 4 days, because that's too much bleeding, that you have anemia, you have a pain during your cycle, back pain, cramps, you got all this brown blood, all these issues with your cycle, you need to be in a masterclass tomorrow and improve your menstrual experience. If you have fibroids, if you have endometriosis, you need to be there. If you have any issue with your cycle or any of these reproductive health issues, you need to be my free masterclass tomorrow. Improve your menstrual experience. The link is in my bio. Okay, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When you register, you will get the tomorrow morning. Watch out for the link, the private link, the virtual link. Okay, 4 p.m. Be there in person. Some people have upgraded. So if you upgrade, you get lifetime access to the replay, and you get my hormone bundle balance. And my hormone balance bundle. And to upgrade is only like, what is it? $47. You get lifetime access to the course and also to the replay. So it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Okay. Now, speaking of that, I also have I had a summer hormone reset workshop that was 2 days a couple weeks ago, and some of you guys missed it. Hey, Camille, yes, you'll be there. Great. Some of you guys missed it. Okay, I had a summer hormone reset workshop. It was $77. However, I have it on my site until tomorrow morning for only $30. You can get the replays of that. That's teaching you how to restore your hormonal balance. If you have fibroids, you need that. If you have PCOS, you need that. If you have any of these reproductive health issues or heavy bleeding, you need that. You need to learn how to restore your hormonal balance, because if you have these issues, that means your hormones are out of balance. Your hormones, you're dealing with a lot of misalignment in the body, okay? And you'll learn more about that tomorrow. But if you want to learn how, it's $30, y'all. And it's going to be available for 12 more hours. That's it. The link is in my bio, okay? The link is also in the caption if you're on Facebook. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. It's 2 days, over 3 hours, 3.5 hours of content. All right. So grab that. All right. Now, physical reasons for fibroids: bad diet, the soy, the the gluten, the sugary drinks, the added sugars. And I'm not talking about the sugar and fruits. I'm talking about the sugar in all of these products, right? They have like over 100 names for sugar. It's crazy. I know, especially if you're in the States, it's absolutely insanity how much sugar that we're consuming. So we have to be really careful, like in these drinks, in these products. So we have to be very careful about the sugar. Okay. Sugar grows fibroids, and they will grow. And I know it's very addicting. They say that sugar has more addictive properties in it than crack. I know. But listen, you have to break up with that sugar. You have to wean yourself off. Okay? Sometimes you can have withdrawal symptoms like crazy, but you got to wean yourself off of that sugar. I'm telling you. And eat fruit sugar. That's natural sugar. Okay, that's natural. That's the sugar that your body actually needs, not these added sugars. Okay. Didn't find out I had fibroids until I was pregnant. First pregnancy 11 years ago. Wow. Whew, yes. Okay. I see this is really common with women that have fibroids, because you know why most women find out they have their fibroids when they're pregnant is because of the ultrasound. So typically, and Coco, let me know if this was you, right? The symptoms associated with fibroids, most women think it's normal. I'm gonna be honest with you, like the heavy bleeding. Like as Black women, a lot of Black women, especially Black women, think heavy bleeding is normal, and they've been told that by their doctors too. Unfortunately, they think that bleeding for more than 3 to 4 days on their menstrual cycle is normal. They think that having pain during their cycle is normal. They think that all these things that are associated with hormonal imbalance is normal. Okay, so it's really important to understand. Is it hard to on Facebook? Is it like blurry? It looks a little blurry from here. Sorry, Facebook. But if y'all want to come out on TikTok, it's probably clear on here. The link is in the comments. Now, lack of discipline. And I'm not trying to get down on anybody. I thought it was normal because my mom and grandma experienced the same symptoms. I see that a lot. Coco, thank you for letting us know that. I see that a lot. When our moms and when our family members, our friends are experiencing the heavy bleeding, all this stuff, the pain, we tend to think that's normal. Like, this is just a part of being a woman. It's clear on Facebook. Okay, thank you, Camille. Thank you so much. Listen, and we've normalized this. And I'm so happy you said this. We've normalized pain. We've normalized suffering, especially Black women. We've normalized this stuff and internalized and think that this is our cross to bear, and it's not. I'm telling you this right now. It's not your cross to bear, right? I thought it was hereditary. Yeah, none of this was hereditary. Now, what tends to be hereditary is our bad habits. And that was myself included. Our bad habits tend to be hereditary because if we see our mom and grandmothers engaging in certain things, we think, okay, that's normal. That's, and you don't know what you don't know. So I'm happy that you said that. So women that have fibroids tend to have a lack of, hey, ladies world, to that also a lack of discipline. And make sure you guys on TikTok, make sure you like the video. Okay, tap on the screen, like the video. There's a lack of discipline. It could be with food. It could be with different things. It could be with alcohol. And I've seen this not with everybody. It could be with smoking, recreational drugs. Okay. Marijuana. It could be with different things that are not the healthiest for us. It could be with, it's just a lack of discipline, right? It could be also too, and I mentioned this earlier, we were holding on to things that we know is bad for us, whether it's toxic relationships, whether it's toxic people, whether it's just not, there's a lack of self-love. And I'm not trying to come down on anybody because that was me too. There's a lack of self-love. We're not engaging in habits, engaging with people that actually, fill us up. Typically, okay, or maybe we have it in the past and we're still kind of holding on to that trauma. Because I've seen people that have fibroids in great relationships, in great marriages, but they're still thinking about people that hurt them 10 years ago. They're still thinking about men that hurt them 10 years ago. They're still thinking, you know what I mean? They're still or holding grudges from childhood, right? They're still holding on to hurt and pain. They haven't released that yet, okay? So that's very common as well. Now, also too, a lot of women that have fibroids do the birth control. This is one thing as well. Birth control is, I'm telling you, it's a womb killer. It's a grade 1 carcinogenic. We have to call it what it is. It's a grade 1 carcinogenic. So birth control, y'all, if y'all on bad birth control, get off the birth control. It's a killer. Okay. Also to project all these progesterone creams and all this stuff. Your body is very intelligent. Let me just say this. Your body wants to produce the right amount of hormone in order for you to be healthy and happy. However, we get in our body's way. So the goal should be, let's heal our glands, let's heal our organs so they are producing the right amount of hormone. Do not allow somebody to tell you that, at the age of 35 or 40, everybody's progesterone levels go down. That's not true. That's not true. If you're unhealthy, yes, your progesterone levels will go down at 25, 30, 35, 40, like whatever. But not when your body's healthy. You're going to have enough progesterone. You're going to have enough of each hormone, right? You want to heal your organs and glands. Let me say that again, not take them out, heal them so that they're producing the right amount of hormones. And get out of this culture of taking out your parts, your uterus, your gallbladder, heal your body. You don't have to take out anything, okay? Oh, girl, I was both lack of discipline, self-confidence. I was on birth control on for years. Yes, I see that a lot. This trend is very, very, it's very with women that have fibroids, there's a trend, right? There's a trend. Since I've been following you, I've been making changes. I've seen the difference. Yay! And Coco, I hope you're going to be in the free masterclass tomorrow. Hopefully you're able to make it. Yes. And anybody that's watching, I hope that you guys will be in the Improve Your Menstrual Cycle masterclass tomorrow. I've had people come to the free masterclass and get results from that. So make sure you guys are there in real time. If you want the replay, you can upgrade, okay, for only $47 and also get my hormone balance bundle, okay? I found out my progesterone was low because my cortisol was high. Boom, and stealing it. I'm happy you said that. Listen, this is a good one. I will be there. Okay, great, Coco. This is a good one. I'm happy you said it, Just Cleaning. I'm calling you Just Cleaning because that's your profile name, okay? I don't want people to be like, why is she calling her that? Listen, if your cortisol levels are too high, which a lot of women's cortisol levels are too high, okay? If your cortisol levels are too high, that progesterone is going to drop. It's going to take a back seat. And what is the cortisol? That's that stress hormone, right? The stress hormone. When your cortisol levels are high, you can't even sleep right because when the cortisol levels spike up, okay, it stays up for hours. It affects your body for hours. It affects your hormones for hours. So what does that mean? You can't even sleep right. Your body is literally in fight or flight. Your body is fighting for its life. You can't even digest food right. Some of you guys, when your cortisol levels are high, you notice you can't even move your bowels. Like your body can't even digest food properly, right? You want your body to be mostly in that rest and digest state, in that, the parasympathetic state. You don't want it to be fighting for its life. And a lot of us have these stressful jobs, not all, but, or these stressful relationships, or in stressful situations all the time where the cortisol levels are fighting for its life. Or it could be you just always, because I've seen women that's like, every little thing, they just, oh my God, it's such a big deal. You can't be like that. You're destroying your hormonal health. You're destroying your hormonal health. My cycle came last month vibrantly and without pain for the first time since I was 25 years old. Yes. I love that. You've just started and you've been making changes. I'm so proud of you, Coco. Yes, I know that's right. Because listen, we get a period every month, right? We get every 28 days. We get a period. We don't need to be in pain for a whole week, a month. Like, can we stop normalizing that? Heavily bleeding, that's a huge part of our lives every week. When you add that up, like that's a huge part. Like, do you really want to be in pain and suffering for 12 weeks in a year, right? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's 3 months, right? If you calculate that every year, that's what is it? 1/4 of your life, of your year. No, we don't want to be in pain. We don't want to be gushing out blood. We don't want to be housebound because the bleeding is we don't want to be that. And if that's you got to be the masterclass tomorrow. Be in the masterclass tomorrow, improve your menstrual experience. We're not settling for heavy bleeding. Listen, it's about to be 2025. We're in a new round. We're about to enter into a new round, especially with this crazy election year. But that's a whole nother conversation. This is not the time to be dealing with heavy bleeding because some of you guys may want to, who knows, not want to reside here anymore, depending on how the election goes. Now, I'm not going to talk about, all of that, but the clock's got to go too. Absolutely. We don't have time to be heavily bleeding because what if you want to move to another country? Who knows? I don't know. Like everybody, you want to move to another country or you want to, we have things to do. We have life to live. We don't have time to be out here bleeding heavily. This stuff really does, restrict your life and lower your quality of life. You can't tell me you have a good quality of life and you're bleeding heavily, you're in pain every month. Like, it doesn't make any sense. We have to stop. We surely want to move. Exactly. Some of y'all, I know you guys are like, listen, I need to be, I'm out of here. Like, I'm going to, I know, like, I see a huge amount of women move, like being digital nomads, moving to other countries, living their best life. Listen, they don't listen. What if they don't have the overnight pads over there? What you gonna do? Okay, and relying on that stuff. Come on. If you wearing anything more than just regular pads or regular, if you anything super, anything, listen, you gotta be the masterclass tomorrow. Stop settling for. You should not be gushing blood. Your period should be light, easy, and just sometimes you shouldn't even have to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a client that said, "Listen, I'm just wearing panty liners and I'm good." That's really how it should be. That's when your body is like the toxicity level is low. Okay, we shouldn't be wearing this heavy stuff. Some people just wear period underwears and let it flow, and it's not heavy. It's just like, oh, this is a little bit of blood. Like, it's not that big a deal. It shouldn't be like you just bleeding out to death. I got the meal plan and the grocery shopping list. Okay, great. Eliminating my favorite foods is definitely a challenge, but I see where it's listen, Camille, and I say this, I told myself this years ago, and I'm telling everybody this. It's either like you have to make a decision. So do I love myself more or do I love this food more? That's how I gotta be. I told you, fibroids mean the inability to let go. So it's like, do I love this food more or do I love me more? You have to be that cutthroat. Okay, that's the question right there. The question of the year. People joke about sneezing and having jellyfish. Oh no, but it's real. It's not normal. That used to be me too. That was a very ghetto life. I'm sorry, that's very ghetto. That hell no. Sneezing and just fine. Nothing like people that over here sneezing, gushing blood. That used to be me too. So I get it. Absolutely not. And I thought that I had to settle for that type of life. Absolutely not. That is beneath us. That is beneath us. We have to set a new standard for our reproductive health and stop settling for BS. We got to stop. Okay. What's the reason for heavy, painful periods? Listen, there's a lot of reasons. We're going to really break that down at our free masterclass tomorrow. Maya, I think I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, but we're going to break that down tomorrow at the free masterclass, improve your menstrual experience, because this is not what this live is about. We're talking about the physical reasons and emotional reasons of fibroids and PCOS, okay? So listen, I need you to be at that masterclass. Click the link in my bio and register for that free masterclass tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Improve Your Menstrual Experience. If you're watching, got to love on me. Absolutely, got to love on you. If you're watching, listen, make sure that you're registered for that masterclass. And give me some more likes on TikTok if you guys don't mind, and share this live. I went through that list and donated as much as I could. Okay, that helped me be okay with getting rid of it. Okay, you're talking about the grocery shopping list. Yeah, if y'all don't have that $11 grocery shopping list, get it. It's $11. Womb Wellness grocery shopping list, $11. The link is in my bio. Get it. Especially if you're out here struggling with food. Especially if you're out here struggling with the food. Get it and wondering, what do I eat? It's $11, y'all. You can't beat that. I'll sign up. Yeah, okay. You're going to learn a lot. And we're going to get rid of these heavy cycles, Maya. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry. But we're going to get rid of these heavy cycles. So come tomorrow with your pen, with your notebook, free. Tell everybody leave you alone and just focus in. It's going to be I'm excited. I'm so excited for our masterclass tomorrow. I'm so excited. Y'all make sure you guys are there in real time. I made me so focused on this at the store. What do you mean? What do you mean just cleaning? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, fibroids. No self-care, lack of self-care. And when I say self-care, I'm not talking about your fingernails. I'm not talking about the hair. I'm not talking about your eyebrows. I'm talking about emotional self-care, mental health, like mental self-care, putting up boundaries, really somebody that loves themselves. A woman that loves herself, she's a threat to society. A woman that actually loves herself is almost like a threat to society because she has boundaries. She's not going to let anybody just run up over her. And guess what? People treat her and respect her, right? But people don't really, society doesn't really want women to start loving themselves, but that's a whole other conversation. That's why they will indoctrinate women, tell you you're worthless after the age of 25, because they really don't want you to love yourself. But that's a whole other conversation, okay? But lack of self-love. A lot of women that have fibroids, there's a lack of self-love. That's why there's this codependency, right? That's why there's this fear of letting go. This is why we're unable to let go of our favorite, quote unquote, favorite foods, right? The list made me focus. Yes, I didn't let myself get distracted. Woo, I love that. Thank you. Just Cleaning, she said the list, my Womb Wellness grocery shopping list, that's only $11, made her focus and didn't let herself get distracted on buying stuff that's not on it. That's why I made that list. I said, listen, this is it. Okay. So we going to buy stuff from the list, or at least some stuff from the list, and not get should I get this? Should I get that? Should I get, if it's not on the list, don't get it. So if you don't have that $11 grocery shopping list, get it. Okay. If you need help with like grocery shopping and all that stuff, you need to get that. Okay. Get that. There's a lack of understanding to how the body works. A lot of women that have fibroids I just want to get rid of the fibroids, but they're not worried about like how this affects their hormonal health. They're not thinking about restoring their hormonal balance. They're not thinking about what occurred in the body before getting the fibroid. They just think, just take out the fibroid. It's deeper than that. What's occurring in your body? What's causing the fibroid? This is how we can really, heal the body, get to the root cause of the problem to make sure this doesn't become a problem again and dissolve the fibroid. We got to get to the root cause of the problem. We cannot just worry about the fibroid, not worry about nothing else, not worry about what caused the fibroid. So a lot of women, that's why I have this, like, for example, when you register for my email list, you get a free training. Most people don't even, it's a 30-minute training telling you how these things occur in the body. Most people don't even watch it. I can see like people don't even watch it. Most people, because they don't want, I just want to get rid of it. They're not thinking long term. Like, how do I actually prevent this from happening again? How do I actually get to the root cause of the problem? There is no long-term thinking. There's just, and this is why people that tend to have that attitude never get healing. They stay in their toxicity. You have to think long-term when it comes to health. Any cure to shrink fibroids, absolutely. It's not a treatment though, it's a lifestyle, a whole entire lifestyle change, okay? And for those that actually want to listen, I'm ready to get rid of their fibroids today. You want the outline of it, you want the in-depth training, the steps, the comprehensive steps, and it to be explained in full detail. And also you want to be able to know how to get rid of the things that also to restore your hormone balance, get rid of the things that are causing the fibroids. My Freedom from Mastery course contains that, okay? So click the link in my bio, grab that course. It's a firehouse course. It also contains, meal plans and what else? A meal plan, fibroid-free meal plan, a grocery shopping list, and a plant-based recipes ebook. And it's amazing. Okay, get the course. So if you want to know today, I need to know how to get rid of fibroids today. The course, the Freedom from Fibroids Mastery course. That's why I said it's the fibroid elimination blueprint. Boom. Why do doctors only prescribe birth control? It's so frustrating because doctors aren't trained to heal. When it comes to our reproductive health, I want everybody to understand this. When it comes to your reproductive health, doctors are not trained to heal you, okay? They're trained to prescribe medications, surgery, and birth control, okay? So putting all your trust in them when it comes to your reproductive health is failing. That's why a lot of women have PCOS and fibroids and endometriosis, because there's so much trust in they can't heal you. You got to heal you. Your habits every single day has to heal it. You cannot expect a doctor to heal your fibroids. They're gonna take it out until you're gonna grow it again. They're not going to heal your hormones. That's not what they're there for. Okay. So all of this, pap smears, listen, that's not taking care of your health. That's not taking care of your health. Okay. So doctors want to guess and cross their fingers. It's called medical practice for a reason. They're practicing. Okay, they're practicing. So be very careful. We have to advocate for ourselves and say, listen, you can't settle for a doctor just cutting you open, whenever they feel like it. We have to start advocating for ourselves and understand what's really going on, and not just letting them cut into you and treat you any type of way. That doesn't make any sense. We got to start, especially if you're a Black woman. We have to stop the surgeries, the UFE procedures. They don't get to the root cause of the problem. You have to be your own healer. You're in trouble. Now, if something horrendous happens to you, God forbid, get in an accident, please go to the doctor. Break an arm, please go to the doctor. But I'm talking about for your reproductive health, you can go to the doctor, but just tread lightly. Understand that, listen, they're just there to prescribe, to diagnose, and to, cut you open. They're not there for you to heal, okay? We got to know the difference, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So a lot of women that have the reason why they don't know how to support their own body's natural detoxification pathways. They don't understand how, because a lot of people are like, oh, I just want to do a detox, but you don't even know how to support your body. Your body naturally detoxifies itself every single day. Do you understand how that works? Are you getting in your body's way of detoxing? And if you have fibroids, you are. If you have heavy bleeding, you are. Okay. So how do we get our bodies to the point of detoxifying every day? How do we cleanse the lymphatic system? How do we cleanse the liver, the kidneys? How do we cleanse, a lot of people their bodies are not clean. Their bodies is just circulating toxicity. That's why there's so much toxicity in the body. It's very different in the East than here in the West. Absolutely. I know you're from Armenia. Are you actually there now? Just clean it. I was tempted to just go home and just for this. Yeah. We don't have healing in the West. We don't have real healing in the West. Okay. We have cut you open until managing sickness. That's what it's a business. It's not healthcare, it's sick care. It's a business. They want to keep you sick, have you on these medications, have you on this That's what lines up the pockets, and that's why big pharma is a multi-billion-dollar it's industry. Okay, you're in Chicago. Okay, so it's very ghetto here in the in the West. Now the East too has their own problems. Don't get me wrong, because now fibroids is becoming a huge issue there, but they tend to know more about natural healing. They just need structure. That's one thing that women that have fibroids, there is no structuredized healing. It's not just we just take a couple of herbs and everything's okay. No. It's structure. We need to heal in the structure. Like that's why there's structure to healing. There has to be a protocol. There has to be a personalized protocol. That's why I have my programs in place. That's why I have my courses in place. And that's where those ladies get massive results. And sometimes even a short period of time, sometimes, right? So there has to be protocol in place. It can't just be I'm just taking an herb or I'm just taking this supplement and I'm gonna be no. If it's that easy, we wouldn't have 90% of women dealing with fibroids. The physical stuff is better there, yeah, but the emotional stuff ain't. Yes, that's one thing too. There is, like in the East, they don't really have much mental, like they don't pay much attention to mental health. In the East, they don't pay that much attention to mental health because life tends to be a little harder in the East, you know. They're not really thinking about, you know, mental health. I mean, maybe the younger people are, the more progressive people, but not like the older generation. They're not thinking about mental health. They're not thinking. Here they are. Here it's a big thing here. Okay. That's one thing that we have, like, but people are very surface level at the same time. In the West with mental health, they're very surface. They're not really digging deep. It's not really, you know, it's just here is like we kind of just play victim and call everybody a narcissist, and it's not really. We're not doing. A lot of people aren't done doing the deep self work because that stuff is hard. Okay, we in the West they tend to notice that mental health issues everybody else except themselves. Everybody's pointing fingers. Oh, you're a narcissist. They're toxic. Blah blah blah. But again, victim consciousness. But what about us? Because we are attracting what we are. Okay, we're a reflection of what we're attracting. But nobody wants to hear that part. Nobody wants to hear that part. Okay. Just do not care, and being bullied by your family is normal. Yeah, being bullied by your family is very normal in the East. You know, God forbid you're not married by 22. Oh, you're going to hell, or just crazy stuff, right? I've heard some stuff, and women are not treated right in the East. They're just not. They're not. MH here seems like titles and diagnoses are not solutions. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Titles, and people have to stop falling for that too. People have to stop falling for just accepting diagnosis with no. Okay, I had this diagnosis, but why? What caused these fibroids to develop? What caused this PCOS to develop? People are just not. They're not allowing. They're settling for surface level answers, and that's the huge issue. Okay, so I want to move on to PCOS real quick. If you have PCOS, put a 2 in the chat. If nobody wants to hear about PCOS, we'll do this on the live then. If you have PCOS, put a 2 in the chat. Okay, I want to know if you guys are here. Give me some likes if you guys want to hear about PCOS, because this is honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of women that have fibroids have PCOS. They just don't know it. So it's good for you to learn what it is. Okay, so 2. If you have a PCOS, put a 2 in the chat, ladies. 2. Okay, so we have women in here that have PCOS. Okay, great. Okay. So listen, and let me tell women that have fibroids, because women that have fibroids, they don't want to learn about any other condition, reproductive health condition. That's one thing I've noticed. Women that have fibroids, is not just like you have to learn about this stuff, because you may have them or you may develop them. And you have to understand, because a lot of PCOS is very hormonal. It's very hormonal, and you have an issue with your hormones when you have fibroids. So stop just paying attention to fibroids. And this, like, I'm not saying everybody, but I noticed little women that have fibroids, they tend to tune out everything else. I just want to learn about fibroids. No, this is why you're never going to get to the root cause of your condition. It's important for you to understand and learn how the body works. Okay, how your hormones work. I always knew I had it, but my doctor downplayed it. Yes, Abina, you're going to see this a lot with PCOS. A lot of 50% of Black women have, like, it's been suspected that 50% of Black women have PCOS. How many are diagnosed? Probably less than 5% or 10%. Probably, like, it's very low. The percentage of women that have been diagnosed is very low. Some women, it takes decades to be diagnosed. And a lot of doctors will say, oh, the symptoms with PCOS are there's a huge range. It's like one woman may be dealing with these symptoms, another woman may be dealing with a whole other symptoms, right? It's ranges with women. So that's why it's gonna be very confusing for doctors, right? And it's not just, hey, you go get an ultrasound and you have, like, it's deeper than that with PCOS because it's hormonal. Okay. So you may have PCOS and not know it. A lot of women have, like, when they telling me their symptoms, I'm like, this is fibroids, but it also sounds like PCOS, right? But I can't, I don't want to diagnose anybody unless, like, you're a client of mine. Now, physical reasons for PCOS. Hormonal imbalance. Same thing with fibroids, hormonal imbalance, right? But with PCOS is elevated levels of androgens, of insulin. Women that have PCOS, not all the time, but tend to have higher levels of insulin as well. Okay, and low levels of progesterone. So we have an abundance more hair, and also too, some women that have PCOS also tend to have some, sometimes higher testosterone levels. So there's a more of a increase of male hormones, okay, which is also a very spiritual thing as well. It's a more of a spiritual thing as well. We'll talk about the emotional reasons for PCOS. I want you guys to look at PCOS and fibroids as fibroids is like wounded feminine, a blow to the feminine ego, right? Emotional suppression, and just, it's a blow, like, and PCOS is more so wounded masculine. What is that? I'm not calling you masculine. I'm saying that this is a wounded masculine energy. That's the energetics of these issues. So what is wounded masculine? Like, a woman doesn't feel comfortable in her body, a woman that's disconnected from her womb, that typically, if you're having these issues, there's a disconnection from the womb. You don't understand how your body works. It could be you feel a little uncomfortable with your femininity. Some women, not all, right? It could be because you were the older sibling or the oldest daughter. You had to, like, you weren't allowed to just rest in your femininity. You had to work. Or maybe your mom, when she was pregnant with you, because the energy it also translates, can be passed on to generations. Your mom, when she was pregnant with you, she had to hustle, she had to work, right? She didn't have a man that's providing for her, which should happen when you're pregnant, but hold on the conversation. She didn't have a man providing for her. She had to hustle, she had to work, like work. Like, you typically women that had PCOS, they had a mother that was a worker. I'm talking about work to the, like, 2-3 jobs, didn't have any man really helping her or helping her enough. Or it could have been that's your situation. You always have huge levels of responsibility. Typically women that have PCOS also, the financial security is not really there. They struggle with the financial security. That's another thing too, that with PCOS. My mom was very stressed when she was pregnant with me. Yes, this is a huge thing with PCOS. So that too, you have to, that's why you have to be so careful with pregnancy and stress, because listen, that can affect that can affect the development of the fetus as well. So you see how a lot of women that have moms that, like, for example, that weren't in healthy relationships, that were stressed out, and translate to health issues down the line for that baby. That's why we have to break generational curses, y'all. We have to break generational curses. Oldest daughter, everything here. Yes, I'm the oldest daughter, so I get it. Senya, I'm the oldest daughter, so I get it. If you guys don't mind, let's like the video. Let's get the likes up. I get it. It's like they treat you like you're the boy. I thought I was gay. They treat you like you're the man of the house when you're the oldest. It's wild. Like, oldest daughters get so much emotional abuse. You're not allowed to be a child. You're not allowed to be a little girl. It's like, you gotta set the example. It's like you have to watch your siblings. You gotta listen. I did a lot of emotional healing from that in my 20s. A lot. Okay, so I get it. Oldest daughters, if you're an oldest daughter, I feel your pain. It's a lot. It's a lot of unpacking, because especially, I don't know what the boomers and the generation after the boomers, or before that came after the boomers, they put a lot on their oldest children. I think that people that are having children now, millennials, are learning that that's very toxic, that oldest children are still children. Yes, you had them first, but they're still children. They're not your second parent. They're not. So stop trying to make them the second parent. They're not the second parent. I get very triggered when I see that. I get so triggered. Like, the oldest children need love, and just like the youngest ones do as well. Okay. I get so triggered when I see it. When I see somebody treating their oldest better than, especially when it's girls, better than the youngest. The youngest better than the oldest. I get you. Don't do that around me. I'll go off. I'll go off. Okay. If I get flashbacks. Excited to use your course on my pregnancy journey. Yes. So the freedom, the great thing about the Freedom from Fibroids Mastery course, it also includes how to stop fibroid growth in pregnancy. So if you're pregnant with fibroids and you want to take one of my courses and you're not able to work with me directly, get that course. Fibroid elimination, get that course. Okay. Hey, Angel. Hey. Hope that you're going to be at the masterclass tomorrow. Ladies, if you're watching, make sure that you're registered for the masterclass. Improve your menstrual experience tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link is in my bio if you're just coming in. I definitely took the trash out, put the bookshelf together, and repaired anything that's broke. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yes. It's like they make the oldest like do everything. It's really sad. I experienced that growing up. I'm Gen X. Oh, yeah. I don't know what's going on with the boomers. I was raised by boomers. And what's the generation after the boomers? Is it the silent generation? I call it the useless generation. Don't get me started. I have, okay, I'm not talking about everybody in this generation, right? Because I have friends that's Gen X. It's also the generation above that, and I love them. But I'm just talking about as a whole. I even have, issues with millennials too. I feel like they're very weak. Don't get me started on that. I feel like they're very weak. I'm a millennial. I can say that. I feel like they're very weak. Like they're always in their head, always anxiety. It's like, life goes on. They take the mental health stuff too far, but in the wrong way. That makes sense. So every generation has I'm annoyed at every generation, but I love Generation Z and I love Generation Alpha. Okay, because they're the generation that's really gonna turn this country around and put these people in their place. Okay. I will be there, making sure baby boy goes down at 3:45. Okay, no problem. Hi, does it help with PCOS, polyps? Yes. So the Freedom from Mastery course, okay, the fibroid elimination course is good for women that have polyps, any type of uterine growths, adenomyosis, and endometriosis as well. Any type of uterine growth. Honestly, I've had people get results like with, even PCOS with those kind of courses. But absolutely with polyps, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oldest daughter here did everything. Yeah, it's silent generation. Okay, boomers, Gen X. Okay, so boomers, Gen X is after, wait, boomers is right before Gen X. Are you sure? Is that the case? My parents are in their 70s and they're boomers. Millennials, thank you. You're welcome. No, it's the silent generation, baby boomers. Okay. So, okay, y'all confusing me. I'm gonna look it up when I'm done. But so baby boomers, I didn't know that. So baby boomers and Gen X are right next to each other. Okay, so those two are the generation that get on my nerves. Millennials get on my nerves too, but those are two of the generation because the reason why Gen X is because they just there. Like they like at least I would say millennials are somewhat progressive, not progressive enough, but somewhat progressive. But Gen X is just like, we're just gonna leave things as it is. We're not gonna fight, like they're just there. Millennials, at least they make something shake. They notice, like, listen, this is wrong. Millennials have reestablished the way they even raise children. Like it's a beautiful thing. Gen X, they just there. Boomers, we know that they're toxic. We just know. We know. We love them though. We love them. The Gen X they just there. They don't want nothing to change. They just there. I know they've been through a lot, but I'm just like, come on, like they just there. They just there. But anyway, PCOS, wounded masculine, right? Wounded masculine. So what does this mean? We're dealing with an increase of male hormones. We're dealing with this increase of male hormones and a decrease of the hormones that our body needs. We're also dealing with out of control estrogen, right? So we need to, what does this mean? A lot of energy work, mindset work also, just like the physical stuff, needs to be done when we have PCOS. If our hormones are out of balance, that means that we're living in misaligned life. You're living in misalignments. Okay? I love my generation. We're very traditional. Yeah, y'all are traditional, but not, I love traditional, but some aspects of it. I don't like all of it because I feel like some tradition is a little toxic that we need to. But I get it. There's a part, like, I'm like part rebel, part traditional. Because some things I do think that needs to be kept, but some things it's like when we notice things are not working or things are toxic, especially when it comes to women's health and things like that. So I'm very like, we gotta change the way we have to change, right? Or just how women are treated in society. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's really important. So we have an abundance. So what does this mean? We have to get back in alignment. We have to start, like I said, aligning our life in a way where it's going to help us heal. This is what I help my clients do. We have to also release what is causing the traumas, the suppression, our experiences that have caused us to be misaligned. We have to start releasing them, right? Emotions and all trauma are a real part of our life. However, we don't have to hold on to them in the body. When we hold on to them in the body, they manifest as diseases, as heavy bleeding, as fibroids. When we hold on to these, things in the body, we're holding on to them energetically in the womb. They express as fibroids, as PCOS, as endometriosis, if that makes sense. Okay, as infertility. Okay, so another thing too, I want to say too is that we have to start making changes, whether it's with the food as well, but just also our approach to life, setting up boundaries. Also, there's changes that has to be made in our lives when we have these issues. It's not just we stop eating meat and that's it, right? It's not just we take a herb and that's it. If we really want to experience true healing and freedom, which you deserve, everybody that's watching this deserves this. TikTok, on Facebook, you deserve true freedom. You don't deserve years of suffering with these issues. You shouldn't have fibroids for 5, 6, 10 years, or even 5, 6, 10 months, honestly. We have to get to the root cause of the problem and get rid of these issues. We can't be holding on to this stuff. Okay? So that's very important. Understand that you have to part way with these fibroids. You have to part way with this toxicity because they represent toxicity. It represents suppression. It represents trauma. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Another thing that occurs with fibroids and even with PCOS is blocked creativity. What does that mean? That means that, again, because remember, the womb is a very creative space on an energetic level. Creation, it represents creation. Children, but also projects, also talents, also, births, your purpose and ideas and things that we like. It's deeper than that. So it's really important that you understand that. So there's a block creativity going on when we have fibroids, when we have PCOS. What does that look like? That looks like, I used to be, this artist. Let's say, I'm gonna give you an example, right? I used to sing or be this artist, but then people told me when I was younger or when I was a teenager, you can't make no money with that. But that was my passion. So because of that, I no longer engage in art at all. I no longer sing at all. I'm just going to work. I'm just, hustling, making it happen. But I've disengaged from my creative pursuits. Or it could look like, as a woman, you have issues in your life. You live this overwhelming life, but you're not moving to fix it. So you could have fibroids. You're not moving to fix it. You're just kind of staying stuck and stagnant. It can look like that as well. There's no motivation there to create a beautiful life for yourself, right? Or it could be the woman that's just waiting there for somebody to save her. When I say that, I mean, I'm waiting, putting my life on hold. I hate my life, but I'm putting my life on hold until I get married so a man can save me, right? Am I saying it's bad to desire marriage? No, but I'm saying that for you to sit there waiting in turmoil and overwhelmed, I see this a lot of women that have fibroids too, that are single. I'm waiting for a man to save me from my horrible life instead of actually putting in the effort and the time to create a beautiful life for myself. And whoever's a part of it is part of it. But I'm happy, I'm still happy whether somebody's there or not. You still have to find happiness within yourself. Okay. Oof, you called me out. I know. I called a couple people out on this live. I know. Waiting on a man to save you. Oh my gosh. Finances are a mess. Life is a mess. Hate your job, but I'm waiting on a man to come save me. Girl, stop it. Okay. You got to save you. You got to save you. And if a man comes, that's great, but you have to save you. You can't, because guess what? Broken and depressed and attracts broken and depressed and a hot mess. Okay, hot mess attracts hot mess. So get your life in alignment to what you want, and then all of a sudden we calling everybody toxic and narcissism. Oh my God, right? Victim consciousness. Fibroids represent victim consciousness. Okay, well, I know because I've done it all. Okay. How do you release it when you don't realize it? For example, I'm just realized a few years ago that I have PTSD. Didn't really know it. I buried it all my life. That's a great question. You have to the first step is being aware. You cannot release something that's just you don't know. So you have to be aware. Like this can come about with meditation. This can come about with prayer. This can come about with feeling into the body, dropping into the body, right? There's a lot of like I did a womb healing meditation with my clients about a month ago, and they went back to a scene that started it all. And this could be a scene in childhood that started it all. And then they realized this thing was why my life has went this way. This whatever. Oh, sorry. Whenever I go an hour on TikTok, it always makes me do the thing. This thing is the reason why all of this stuff has occurred in my life, right? This insecurity, this thing that I went through is the reason why it's been a snowball effect of trauma. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. So let it come to you. Now, if it's ready to be revealed, it will be revealed, but you got to have that connection with your intuition, that connection with your body. You have to allow yourself the space to feel into the body. A lot of women I'm telling you, they're on autopilot. They're everywhere. Boom, work, their life is so chaotic. Anything is cute. It's not cute. It's not cute. Your life is so chaotic. So how are you allowing yourself space to feel inside the body, to be one with your body? You're not. It's like avoidant. You're trying to avoid doing the real work. You're here, you're there, you're everywhere. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me looking on the other side. Am I clear on Facebook? Do I look clear on Facebook? So hopefully that makes sense. It was revealed. I know how I got PTSD. Yeah. A lot of women have PTSD. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of us have been through really tough experiences in childhood in that we weren't supposed to be going through that have caused this stuff. So we have to understand and learn how to release it so it doesn't manifest as deeper issues, as fibroids, as PCOS, especially as we're healing. We got to heal on a physical and also emotional level. That's what I do for my clients. We're healing physically and emotionally. You have to bridge both. You can't do one without the other. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Tomorrow is our Improve Your Menstrual Experience Masterclass, free masterclass. It's free. What I want y'all to do, homework, okay? Homework. Tell 5 people that you know have bad cycles. I'm talking about people that your co-workers, your homegirls, your mom, your aunts, your cousins, your best friends, besties. Like they always, somebody on Facebook, because people on Facebook always complain about their period or in their reproductive health issues, and then when somebody tags my name under it, they don't even bother. But anyway, what I want you to do is send them the link to register. Say, listen, I told you, thank you, Sanya, thank you. Yes, I'm getting counseled. Okay, great, Abina. I'm happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. Tell 5 people you know about this masterclass. This could save a life, okay? Because people think that they have to be going through these issues and they don't. I had a question about fashion and fibroids. Okay, yeah, what's your question? You want to make sure. Yeah, tell 5 people about it. Okay, and also come tomorrow with your pen, your notebook, and quiet time. Tell everybody in your house, listen. I'm in this masterclass. Give me about an hour and a half. At the most, hour 45 minutes. I'm tuning into this stuff. Okay. Of quiet time. So I'm gonna leave you alone for about an hour and a half. Okay. It's gonna be an amazing masterclass. I'm excited. We have about 223 women that have registered so far. My goal is 300. Why can't we get to 300 by tomorrow? Also, I had my summer hormone reset workshop. If you did not attend it, we had an amazing 2-day workshop a couple weeks ago about how to heal your hormones. Okay. It's only right now, it's on the site for $30. You cannot beat that. You can't beat that. 3.5 hours of content of teaching you how to heal your hormones. you can't be there for $30. The link is in the bio. It's going to be available only until tomorrow for about less than 12 more hours. By 8 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be gone. Okay, so get that, grab that. If you need to learn, if you have fibroids or any of these reproductive health issues, we have to heal our hormones. It's in that training. It's a 3.5 hour training. It was a 2-day workshop. It was absolutely amazing with Q&A included, because we had Q&A that was all taped as well. Get in that training. Okay, get that, grab that training, grab that workshop, the replays. Okay, anybody have any? Oh, Sanya, if you have a question, let me know. I'm about to log off soon. This was a great live. Thank you guys so much for being here. Facebook and TikTok. I never do lives on Instagram, never. I hope to see you guys at the workshop. At the masterclass, the free masterclass tomorrow. Okay, I'm excited about it. Okay. Any other questions? Any questions? Any questions? I'll wait for one more second. But if anybody has questions, let me know. This was a great live. I wanted to do a live because I want you guys to understand it's not just physical things that we do that cause fibroids and PCOS. It's also emotional things that we've been through that we're still holding on to that cause. You're welcome, Abina. You're welcome. Okay, ladies. Gonna go now. Make sure you guys have a great day. I want to see you tomorrow at the masterclass, the free masterclass, Improving Menstrual Experience. Tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a friend, to tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a friend, tell another friend. Okay. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be a great masterclass. I'm excited. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Register so you can get the link. Okay. Love you guys. Have a great one. Bye. Uh-oh. All right. Bye, Facebook.